story time. Today we're going to read this book. The title is Corduroy, and it's written by Don Freeman, and it's also illustrated by Don Freeman. Do you guys remember what illustrated means? You're right. It means the person who draws the pictures. Corduroy is a bear who once lived in the toy department of a big store. Day after day, he waited with all the other animals and dolls for somebody to come along and take him home. Can you guys find the bear on the shelf? Is it this one? No, that's a bunny. What about this? Is this a bear? No. You're right. The bear is in the middle of the shelf. The store was always filled with shoppers buying all sorts of things, but no one ever seemed to want a small bear in green overalls. Then one morning, a little girl stopped and looked straight into Corduroy's bright eyes. "Oh, Mommy," she said, "look, there's the very bear I've always wanted." "Not today, dear," her mother sighed. "I've spent too much money already. Besides, he doesn't look new. He lost the button to one of his shoulder straps." Can you guys see? Corduroy's button is missing. Corduroy watched them sadly as they walked away. "I didn't know I'd lost a button," he said to himself. "Tonight I'll go and see if I can find it." Was Corduroy happy? You're right, he wasn't happy. He was sad that he lost a button and sad that the little girl left without him. Late that evening, when all the shoppers had gone and the doors were shut and locked, Corduroy climbed carefully down from his shelf and began searching everywhere on the floor for his lost button. Suddenly, he felt the floor moving under him. I wonder what he's on. The floor was moving under him. Quite by accident, he had stepped onto an escalator. Have you guys ever been on an escalator? Maybe at the mall or at an airport? And up, up, up he went. Could this be a mountain, he wondered? I think I've always wanted to climb a mountain. That's not a mountain. He stepped off the escalator as it reached the next floor, and there before his eyes was a most amazing sight. Tables and chairs and lamps and sofas and rows of beds. Look at all of those beds. Can you count them with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 beds. This must be a palace, Corduroy gasped. I guess I've always wanted to live in a palace. Is he in a palace? No, he's in a store. He wandered around admiring the furniture. This must be a bed, he said. I've always wanted to sleep in a bed. And he crawled up onto a large, thick mattress. All at once, he saw something small and round. What does he see? Why, here's my button, he cried, and he tried to pick it up. But like all the other buttons on the mattress, it was tied down tight. He yanked and pulled with both paws until, pop, off came the button, and off the mattress Corduroy toppled. He fell off the mattress, bang into a tall floor lamp. Over it fell with a crash. Oh no, it must have been a loud noise. He's covering his ears. Corduroy didn't know it, but there was someone else awake in the store. The night watchman was going his rounds on the floor above. When he heard the crash, he came dashing down the escalator. Dashing down. That starts with the same letter. Now who in the world did that, he exclaimed. Somebody must be hiding around here. Look, he's looking with his flashlight to see if he can find someone. He flashed his light under and over the sofas and beds until he came to the biggest bed of all, and there he saw 2 fuzzy brown ears sticking up from underneath the covers. Who do you think's underneath the covers? We're gonna find out. Hello, he said. How did you get upstairs? It was Corduroy. The watchman tucked Corduroy under his arm and carried him down the escalator and set him on the shelf in the toy department with the other animals and dolls. He's back safely to his shelf. Corduroy was just waking up when the first customers came into the store in the morning, and there looking at him with a wide, warm smile was the same little girl he'd seen the day before. What do you think is going to happen? I'm Lisa, she said, and you're going to be my very own bear. Last night I counted what I've saved in my piggy bank, and my mother said I could bring you home. Oh my goodness, she came back for Corduroy. Do you think that's gonna make him happy or sad? Shall I put him in a box for you? The sales lady asked. Oh no, thank you, Lisa answered, and she carried Corduroy home in her arms. She ran all the way up 4 flights of stairs into her family's apartment and straight to her room. Corduroy blinked. There was a chair and a chest of drawers, and alongside a girl-sized bed stood a little bed just right for him. The room was small, nothing like that enormous palace in the department store. This must be home, he said. I know I've always wanted a home. Corduroy is happy. Lisa sat down with Corduroy on her lap and began to sew a button on his overalls. I like you the way you are, but you'll be more comfortable with your shoulder strap fastened. You must be a friend, said Corduroy. I've always wanted a friend. Me too, said Lisa, and gave him a big hug. That's the end. You can see on the back of the book, Lisa and Corduroy are playing with Corduroy's very own bed. I hope you guys enjoyed reading Corduroy together. It's one of my favorite books from when I was a little girl. Next week, we're going to read another extra special book. So I hope to see you then on Tuesday. Bye.